Hello, YouTube. Welcome to Philadelphia. Phil from Philly here. Tonight we're going to take a walk down Locust Street. This time we're going to head towards Washington Square. It's a park in Philadelphia, one of the 5 original parks laid out by William Penn and his surveyor. What are the other ones? Let's see, we have Rittenhouse Square, we have Franklin Square, and we have, what's the other one? Logan Circle, which is not a square, but a circle. But anyway, here we're heading east down Locust, passing 13th Street here. Let's see, we don't want to get run over by the cars here. This traffic is always insane, so we'll work our way around. This guy's backing up. Don't run me over, please. Thank you. Right? Here we go. See what's going on. They're going to be on YouTube. See if we can't pass them. Let's get over here. And we'll walk through.
So it was like, so you decided after,
Little Nona's over here. Want to go there? Coming up here on the U-Bar here in Philadelphia, a very popular spot. People, Chris, how are you, buddy?
So how you doing, bro?
Good, good, good.
Hey,
Don't
man.
tell him I'm here. I'm going to surprise him on the way back.
I don't see nothing.
All right. Feels like it's about 60 degrees out here tonight. Not too bad. Not too bad. Washington Square Park, as I said, is one of the original parks laid out by William Penn. Happy couple there. Kansas City Chiefs fans. Boo, 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 boo. Yeah, but we do love Andy Reid. Some of us anyway in the city. Not everyone. Andy Reid was he's kind of a controversial coach here. Those in the know actually love and appreciate everything he did for the Eagles while he was here. Me being one of them. Poochie. Oh, little Poochie. Let's see, we're gonna sneak around. You can't get by these people walking on the sidewalk. I don't like to disturb people while we're doing this. But Washington Square in Philadelphia, it's actually a burial ground where you'll find, well, you won't find them there, but they're buried there. Many of Washington's troops. Also, people from the jail that was there, Revolutionary War jail. It's kind of a potter's field. I guess over time. You had vagrants that were buried there. There was a fever that had broken out at some point, and many of the people who died in that fever were there, are buried there. And yeah, it's kind of sacred ground. And this being close to Halloween, we're gonna go pay our respects and see if we hear any strange sounds, any strange noises. Now, coming up here, we're going to be interviewing a former president of the United States, which is pretty much going to be an honor. Here he is. Well, ladies and gentlemen, say hello to Thomas Jefferson. Thomas, how you doing? Thomas, are you with us? What do you think about what's going on today? You'd rather not say? I understand. So I'm just gonna kind of shut up and let you enjoy the sights and the sounds of the city of brotherly love on a Saturday night. See if we can't make this light. Oh, not getting run over by this guy. Hey, what's going on? The leaves are turning. There's a little Philadelphia alleyway. We are coming up on here in the next block. I think it's called the Music Fund building or something like that. It was the home of the original Republican Party convention. It was the election before, I believe, Abraham Lincoln was elected president. I'm not 100% sure, but we're going to find out. But there were many dignitaries over the years who visited the building, which I believe now is just residences. Look at this traffic. Philadelphia traffic. Speeding, riding up someone's butt, just like that. Oh my. Uh-oh. There we go. Uh-oh, yellow light. Time for us to go. There's an interesting sculpture. Building was built in 1976, and that looks like a sculpture that would have been from around 1976. So there we go. Look at this. How you doing?
How you doing?
And here we're coming up on the I don't want to get the name of the building wrong again, but I think it's the Music Fund building or something like that. But Abraham Lincoln was here, and I think Lafayette was here too at some point. He was one of the dignitaries. Lafayette, of course, played a crucial part in the Revolutionary War. But let's see. Is it here? Okay, so let's see what we have here. Okay, you can read that. Musical Fund Hall is what it's called. You can pause the video and read that. Pretty interesting. This area of Philadelphia has a lot of history. Goes all the way back to the 1600s. I think this park we're going to here was laid out in 1680 or 1682, somewhere around then. As I said, by William Penn and his surveyor. Little red light action. And we'll just sit and watch the traffic pass. Turn back around maybe this way. Take a look back that way. Kind of a 360 all the way around. It's a nice old building here. We're crossing against the red light, but we don't care. Do you care? I don't really care. This here is supposed to be a pretty decent restaurant. I've never been here, but if you come to Philadelphia and you're looking for an Italian restaurant, this is what Buca d'Oro, Ristorante. My Italian's not so good, neither is my Spanish, and my English is barely passable. Okay, so we're approaching, what is this? This is 7th Street at Locust, and we're getting ready to cross over into Washington Square. First, we're going to let this car go, as we do not want to get run over making a YouTube video. Although, I can think of a lot of better ways, or a lot of worse ways actually to die. And here we go. Welcome to Washington Square. As I said, this is actually sacred ground. There were many, many buried here. Many of Washington's troops. Prisoners from the Walnut Street jail, which is over there somewhere. I think it's over that way, in that direction. Take a little jaunt around the park. This park is a lot different than Rittenhouse Square. Rittenhouse Square, I'm sure right now, is probably pretty bustling. That's actually on the other end of Locust Street, down there within the city. So this is down around 7th. So we're about 7 blocks, I guess, from Broad Street. Rittenhouse Square is, I think, about 4 blocks, maybe 5 blocks from Broad Street. If you look at the footprint of this park, I noticed last week when I was here, it's very similar to that of Rittenhouse Square, but the what's inside the park is actually much different. The benches are different, for one thing. These are all made of all wood. In Rittenhouse Square, they're a little bit different. Little guard booth. I don't think I've ever seen anyone in there. I love watching stealth camping videos, and I always think about that area over there as maybe a potential spot to like come and camp, because I do love sleeping outside, even in the winter. So that building, I believe, over here, maybe we'll go in over here for a closer look. I think this is the Athenaeum. And when I was in college at the University of the Arts, we had to write a paper about a building, the architecture, somewhere in the city. Yep, there it is. That's the Athenaeum. So I had to write a paper, and that's 30-something years ago. I don't know, 32 years ago. I have to do a little more research on that again, because I don't really remember much about it. We are in the historic district down here, so you come to Philadelphia and you want to take a little walk at night. This is a nice park. This area is pretty safe around here, but like anywhere, who knows, right? Things happen everywhere. So this part right here looks a lot like the footprint of Rittenhouse Square. Wait, kind of paths off to the center here, and in the summer that fountain is spewing water. Now it's not, But this area right here, these entrances, are very similar to those in Rittenhouse Square. So we're going to work our way around the outskirts here of the park, and then maybe we'll dig in a little bit deeper. Philadelphia is actually a very beautiful city. We have a lot of history here, and we have a lot of great people here. Philadelphia, we get a bad rap, especially amongst sports fans, who tend to like to bring up things like throwing snowballs at Santa Claus. And I'll say this about that: he probably deserved it. He probably deserved it. I'm just saying. Yeah, I'm pretty sure Rittenhouse Square is probably pretty packed now. I was there last week, I think, at about 11 o'clock at night, and I mean, it was like it was 2 o'clock in the afternoon. A lot of trees here. Let's see what we have here. Nice trees. And I don't have my glasses, but I'm going to try to see what this is. This is a London plane tree. Beautiful barking though. Look at that. That's just beautiful, that tree. Nice root system there. Almost like a foot. Like a claw, talons of a dinosaur, maybe even like an ostrich or something like that. But that is just gorgeous. Look at that. Beauty, beauty, beauty. Another entrance to the park. Testing out my new camera tonight. Someone asked me if I hold my camera with my feet in my previous videos, but I think I was actually probably holding it with my feet. Look at the bark on this, and look at the root system on that. Look at it. We're going to walk again around kind of around this path here, and then we're going to wind up at the Eternal Flame. Here is the back of the Eternal Flame, dedicated to George Washington and the unknown soldier who was buried there. They don't actually know whether it was an American soldier, a colonist, or if it was a British soldier. All soldiers are soldiers, and no one should die in war. There's another tree. Oh, let's take a walk over and see what we have here. Here you can Northern Catalpa, I guess that's how you say Catalpa. Again, my English is not so great, and that word kind of looks like it's like Greek or Roman or something anyway, so one of the Romance languages. But this is a beautiful tree too. Look at the bark on that. Get really in there and look at that. Another really cool root system. And no stealth camping there. There's not enough coverage. The only thing I worry about, like camping out here in the city, is, to be honest with you, rats. Oh, look, here's a tour. You can come and take tours of the city. I don't know how accurate their information is. Probably more accurate than mine, but anyway.